So every day as I start my morning, I do what any normal person would do. I log on to the ADL and to the Stop Anti-Semitism websites just to see the new updates and read about the news regarding the culture of anti-Semitism, which must be rooted out and stopped by all means. But unfortunately this week, I saw a familiar face. Let's check it out. So this week, as you can see, there's a familiar face from the MMA world. Bryce Mitchell. Thug Nasty himself. I couldn't believe this because I don't think Bryce Mitchell actually is an anti-Semite, and I'm going to prove it in this video. So in case you don't know, there's this anti-Semite of the week thing where each week the new anti-Semite of the week identifies an individual who's propagating anti-Semitism and exposes their problematic words and actions to the public. Now, Bryce Mitchell has said some things in the past regarding, I don't want to say his name because, the YouTube algorithm will pick up on it. We'll just call him the Mustache Man, the 420 Austrian Bob Ross is what we will call him. The 420 Austrian Bob Ross with the funny mustache. He has said some things about him, but he hasn't said some things about God's chosen people himself, I don't think. Let's click on Bryce Mitchell. Let's see what this website has to say, because I'm very curious. September 18th, the Anti-Semite of the Week. Thug Nasty. This is slander. He is not an anti-Semite. Look at this face, okay? Look at this face right here. Cornbread-fed Arkansas boy in the middle of America's heartland. Does this look like an anti-Semite to you? I mean, really? Really? This man looks like he loves the Yiddish variety. He loves kosher foods. He really does. He would be making out with the Western Wall in Jerusalem. I think this is a mistake by this website. I really, really do. I think they've got the wrong man. They've got the wrong person up here. Bryce Mitchell is not an anti-Semite. Let's see what these people have to say. Bryce Mitchell is a 30-year-old MMA fighter, true, who's currently competing in the featherweight division. Not true. He's no longer competing at featherweight. So see, they're already wrong off the bat. They're already getting everything wrong in the first sentence. He moved down to bantamweight and fought Said Nurmagomedov and dominated Said Nurmagomedov, who is a Muslim. You think an anti-Semite would fight a Muslim? The Muslim world hates the Jews right now. I don't think an anti-Semite would do that. I really don't. He dominated Said Nurmagomedov in 3 rounds, and he's going to be the bantamweight champion one day. Bryce Mitchell. You heard it here first, okay? Bryce Mitchell's going to be the bantamweight champion. He's going to beat Merab Dwalish-Willie. He's going to beat everybody. Piotr Yan, everybody. Born and raised in Arkansas, Mitchell Gay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's talk about the accusations. He talks about Ben Shapiro. I promise you, if you lay one little greasy finger on Candace Owens, I'm going to beat your ass. He wants us to go die and bomb Muslim kids for his Jewish people. That's not anti-Semitism. How is that anti-Semitism? To me, that's true. I mean, this first quote, "I'ma beat your ass." Anybody can say that about anything. Doesn't mean that he hates Jews. He wants us to go die and bomb Muslim kids for Jewish people. That's not anti-Semitic. That's true. Okay, now this is the infamous Arkansanity podcast that happened like a year ago, where he was talking about the Austrian Bob Ross with the funny mustache man. In May of 2024, Bryce Mitchell appeared on the Twins Pod, a podcast hosted by the Hodge twins, who frequently use anti-Semitic behavior and were previous anti-Semites of the week. The Hodge twins? Come on. They love Jews too. During the episode, Mitchell launched into a disturbing tirade against Jewish commentator Ben Shapiro. It's not anti-Semitic to call out Ben Shapiro. It's not. So, this is basically the same thing that was said before, talking about Ben Shapiro. I promise you, if you lay one little greasy finger on Canada, yeah, that's not anti-Semitic. Bryce Mitchell's rhetoric not only revives the age-old anti-Semitic trope of Jews controlling governments and sending others to fight wars, but also personalizes the hate by threatening violence against a Jewish public figure. Bryce Mitchell's words are a direct example of how anti-Semitic conspiracies can swiftly escalate into real and dangerous threats. So just because he said he wanted to beat up Ben Shapiro? Really? That was it? What else are they going to say? Okay, this is it. He defended, we're not going to say his name, the Austrian Bob Ross, openly praising the N dictator. Bob Ross was a good guy. He fought for his country. He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country and turning them all into gays. Now, I think that quote doesn't mean that Bryce... I can't anymore, man. I can't. I don't think that quote don't mean nothing. Okay, I think that's true overall. By attempting to recast Bob Ross's genocidal campaign as patriotic, Mitchell engaged in outright Holocaust distortion. His comments not only excuse the systematic murder of 6 million Jews, but also recycle hateful lies that continue to fuel modern anti-Semitism. Mitchell went even further, denying the Holocaust outright. These Jews are controlling his country. There's no possible way they could have burned and cremated 6 million people. You're going to realize the Holocaust ain't real. So, I mean, that's... Okay, like, on the anti-Semitic scale, I gotta admit, that's a little there, you know, but it's not like on a 10. It's not a 10, it's not a 9, it's like a 3. Okay? It's not like he's calling for violence. Romans 11, Israel is cut off for their hatred of God's Son. The new Israel is whoever believes in Jesus. Read it yourself. I don't care about any backlash I get from this post. I'm prepared to die to spread the truth and love y'all with my heart. 9/11 was an inside job and I know who did it. And I will die for my country and God just as many brave men already have. Now, was 9/11 perpetrated by Muslims from Al-Qaeda, or was it a grander conspiracy of the dancing Israelis? If you know, you know. I think it was done by Al-Qaeda. I don't think there were dancing Israelis. I don't think there were any inside knowledge from Mossad that knew about the attack and did nothing to warn the American government. Nope. I don't think that at all. So this statement, not anti-Semitic. Most recently, Bryce Mitchell shared an Instagram video doubling down on conspiracy theories. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We already talked about this. He went to call Israel the synagogue of Satan that hates Jesus. Well, so just... The Jewish state may have been involved in the death of Charlie Kirk. Bryce Mitchell's escalating anti-Semitic rhetoric, culminating in Holocaust denial and praise of Bob Ross, demonstrates the grave danger of leaving hate unchecked. By keeping Bryce Mitchell on its roster, the UFC is signaling to the world that anti-Semitism and hate speech are acceptable. Language is not enough, real action is required and warranted. We get it. We get the idea. Now, all of this being said, is Bryce Mitchell an anti-Semite? Let me know what you think in the comments. Because me personally, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. They've got the wrong man. There's nothing that Bryce Mitchell has said that is a 10 on the anti-Semitism scale. Or even a 6 or a 5. He praised the Austrian Bob Ross, which I'll give him a 4. But it's not like he's calling for violence. Okay? I mean, look at this man. He looks like a liberal. Look at those glasses. Those are your typical black feminist glasses. He looks like a liberal. He's got the soy face going on partially. The messed up hairline. Come on, man. Bryce Mitchell is a liberal. And liberals and Jews are one in one. He loves the Jewish people. He loves them. Stop anti-Semitism. Look at this website, man. Come on. And they got other people here. They've got a bunch of other people. I can't believe this. This is slander. Bryce Mitchell, if you're watching this video, you need to sue these motherfuckers. You need to sue their asses. And make sure you get all their money. I'm sick of this shit, man. This is libel. This is blood libel. Yeah, I'm just sick of them slandering my boy Bryce Mitchell. We got to put a stop to this. And I just thought I'd make a quick video to shine some light on it. So that's all I got. Peace out. Subscribe to my channel, motherfuckers. Subscribe if you support Thug Nasty. Peace out.